What's going on, everybody? Kellen, Cash, Kellen here, and I want to clear something up. A goal is I own parent is irrelevant. More men don't use this educate like supporting most people when I study the site. And I know that sounds good on online, but that's not what the data says. And it sounds good, especially if you haven't excelled to, the top of the top. If you're not what Kevin Samuels really meant by high value, and you're maybe in the middle because maybe you have the money but you're not respected by peers, or maybe you don't have the money but you are respected by peers, or you have some fears or whatever's going on. But we're going to talk data, we're going to talk education and marriage. And as you see, I am on a .edu site. This is not ChatGPT, Grok, Claude. This is what the data shows. And even if you were to go on any of those platforms, and I love them all, and ask the right questions, because AI can be very, it'd be a sycophant. It can be your biggest fan if you want it to be. But this is just to show you what's really happening across the United States. Education actually increases the likelihood of marriage, and you can write that down. And marriage today is more common among people with higher education. Go to your census library, working papers, go do some real research on this. Don't just take my word for it, right? But when you hear, oh, the men don't want this, maybe you don't, but the guys I went to college with were all looking for college women. They weren't trying to go to Simsboro at least to find a wife now, or Arcadia. Maybe they could find something there, but it wasn't long term. So also, people tend to marry others with similar education levels. So if you didn't go to college, you may feel like, oh, I'm not looking for a woman who's in quotes smarter than me, or maybe more accomplished than me on paper. So, educated women are not being avoided. They are part of the most likely group to get married. And educated men, research shows education is one of the strongest factors in who marries who. So people who choose partners who match their level, not because they're intimidated, but because of alignment. And again, you can see that if you go through this whole paper. I won't read it all to you because you guys can read past the abstract, right? And you can go do your own research and see what is up with all of this, for those who caught it. Thank you. And now let's talk about real quick, because let's talk about the Black community, because this is where you hear a lot of this garbage. And this is where the numbers do shift. They shift. Doesn't mean, check this out. Black Americans are less likely to be married overall, and they marry later. Okay. Among educated Black women, and again, go through this paper, and do more research than this, and put it together. But Black educated women, marriage rates are lower compared to white women. Okay, duh. And if you go over, I got another article I pulled up to this Brookings, single Black female, BA educated. They seek the educated husband, is what I was pulling that from. So the real structure, the issue is not that Black men don't want educated women. The data, challenges all of that. But there's a smaller pool of similar educated partners, especially for those Black women who have the same educational groups. For example, let me tell you, about 49% of college educated Black women marry equally college educated men, compared to 84% of white women. Okay, go through this Brookings right here. Again, another edu, a .edu. And when you know how to research, this is one of the things college teaches you, but also journalism school could teach you this too. I have, if you don't know, a bachelor's and a master's, and working on another one too. Because to me, I'm a lifelong learner, so I can have the data. And but another shift that's happening is that more women today are marrying men with less education themselves. Now, there's a kingmakers movement that, if you really want me to talk about this later, put kingmakers movement in the comments, and or email me directly, because this is really gonna, women love this, and it was created by a woman. This shows that success is not blocking relationships. Okay. There's much data. You can go to, I have some notes here. Let me find my notes. You can go to ncbi.nhm.nih.gov, and you can kind of see that clearly and say, whoa, what's really going on. Because education increases the marriage likelihood. People marry, they based on their alignment, who they're around. In the Black community, outcomes are shaped more by structure than preference. This is not about women being too successful. This is about economics, access, and alignment. And again, there's so much data from this Brookings article and research that you can see, because it's, if you're not like successful yet, and you say, "Oh man, I can't get the," I'm using Oprah as an example. Some of y'all be like, "Man, she's too old, right?" For me. But if you're not successful, or if you're not as smart as the lawyer, and I've talked to lawyers and doctors, a lot of them just want a man. But when you won't read a book and just pick up a book, or you don't know how finances work, or you don't even know how the world works outside of your block, it's not attractive to them. And I can tell you, so many women just want a funny guy who won't beat them, won't cheat on them, and some of them may even accept the cheating part, because they say, "At least he's not beating me." Excuse me for the noise. Bag almost flew. But I just want you guys to think, and always, like, always consider the source when someone's telling you this, and also consider that some people have pain and hurt that they have not handle. And while I'm studying, and I'm doing this MSW, and I'm going back into the things that we learned, and I've done counseling for especially youth, whether they had substance abuse issues or they were in facilities. I like to talk out of research, because I don't want to lean on my own understanding, because this world is big, and for every one scenario you see, you can see the opposite, but it doesn't mean that it's true. Even if you saw it more, depends where you at. We always take a bird moment when the birds are singing. I love it. And this is what we're talking about, the birds and the bees. So, you guys, if you want me to do more content like this, and if you need help trying to find a mate, please, I got 4 marriages that I have connected, people, couples together. They got married. Holler at me. For number 5, I gotta do the wedding though. And these are not, free services. These are you booking time so you can have a better life. So we can take one-on-one time to get you right, because there's some people who are socially awkward. There's some people who are dealing with past traumas and dramas. And that's why I wanted to really get back, learn some more, see, how we can help people with their emotional intelligence, see how we can help people get past those things. So you guys, give me some comments, give me some likes, and share this game, is what I always tell you, whether you're watching this channel or the Diversified Game podcast, where I interview entrepreneurs, some millionaires. We might have got a billionaire or two in there as well. But I want you guys to really get this game because I want you to succeed. And you need help. You need a mentor. You need a trainer. You need a coach. And a lot of people don't know where to find it. So I'm making myself available. You got to seek the information and really be willing to make the change. You guys be blessed out there.
You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt. Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step by step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Ready to dominate your industry with strategy that actually scales? At Coleman Public Relations and Consulting Firm, we're not just PR experts, we're licensed sports agents certified in AI and elite business consultants with over 2 decades of experience leading global projects across multiple countries. Visit CPRFIRM.com, that's ColemanPRFIRM.com, and MillionaireX.ai. Then download the Millionaire X app, your AI powered guide to getting out of debt, investing smarter, and building generational wealth. Coleman Public Relations and Consulting Firm. It's a family business. It's different.